Exam time is considered to be the most crucial time in a student's life. Though you must be preparing for the exam throughout the year, but due to some silly errors made in the exam, you lose your marks. So today we are going to discuss the points which you need to remember while attempting your maths exam. Let's begin. Matrices and determinants happens to be the favorite topic of all of us. Let's begin with that. If A is a given matrix, show that A square minus 5A plus 7I is equal to O. Hence find A inverse. Now this part, the first part, is easy for all of us to solve, and this we can all prove. Now, hence find A inverse. As soon as you see A inverse, you start writing A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint A. However, you have ignored this hence. This is the common mistake done here. You don't have to ignore this. Hence means that you need to use the equation A square minus 5A plus 7I is equal to A to find out A inverse. And how do we do that? We'll write the equation like this: minus 7I. Now we can multiply, post multiply or pre multiply by A inverse on both the sides. So we can write it like this. So here we get AI minus 5I is equal to minus 7 A inverse, and therefore A inverse becomes minus 1 upon 7 A minus 5I. Although you will get the same answer here and here in both the cases, but here you have to apply this method. Come to the second point, that is finding the derivative of a function. Let's take an example. Suppose I have the function x square plus y square is equal to 100. I have seen many students writing it as dy by dx is equal to 2x plus 2y is equal to 0, and it does not make any sense. So this is absolutely wrong. What is the right method? If the equation is x square plus y square is equal to 100, so here it becomes the derivative will be 2x plus 2y, and since we are finding the derivative with respect to x, therefore we have to do the derivative of y also, and this becomes dy by dx, and then the derivative of the constant function is 0. So we have dy by dx is equal to minus 2x upon 2y, and this will be equal to minus x upon y. So this will be the correct answer. We have another form of equations. If x is equal to a theta plus sine theta, y is equal to a 1 minus cos theta, then we have to find out the double derivative d2y by dx2. In this case, dx by d theta will be equal to a, theta ka derivative is 1, then sine theta is cos theta. Similarly, dy by d theta will be a 0, because the derivative of 1 is 0, then derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta, and we get a sine theta. So dy by dx, we all know that we have to divide dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta, and solving this we get tan theta by 2. Up to here all of you do it correctly. But when it comes to finding out double derivative, this you have to find d2y by dx2. So what you do, you will find out the derivative of dy by dx with respect to theta, and there you leave it here. This is wrong. You also have to find, since you have done with respect to theta, but here we have to find with respect to x, therefore we will have to do d theta by dx, and this is the step which most of the students skip, and because of which the answer is wrong. So you'll put the values d by d theta of dy by dx, so that will be equal to sec square theta by 2 into half into d theta by dx. We'll take the inverse of this, so this becomes 1 upon a1 plus cos theta, and when we solve this, we will get 1 upon 4a sec 4 theta by 2. So this will be our required answer. Next is our logarithmic differentiation. Children, if it is given, then we do the questions like this, taking log on both sides. And then you solve it and write dy log y is equal to log sin x to the power cos x, and then you solve it further. Now, if the question is y is equal to x to the power x plus sin x to the power cos x, in this case the most common mistake made by the students is that here also they write taking log on both sides. Children, this is completely wrong. Here you cannot do this. If there are two functions joined together by an addition or a subtraction sign, then you have to take them separately. Let u is equal to x to the power x and v is equal to sin x to the power cos x, and then you have to take log of both the functions separately and then proceed with the working. And children, this is very important because logarithmic differentiation is very important from the point of view of your board exams. So please avoid this mistake, and here you will do now taking log on both sides, you will get log u is equal to log x to the power x. Similarly, here you will get log v is equal to log sin x to the power cos x. Then you solve these two separately and then you add the differentiation of both the sides and get your required answer. Now, equation of a line. This is used for finding out the equation of the tangent and normal to the curve, or sometimes it is also used in application of integrals. See, if we have to find out the equation of a line passing through the points a, 1, 2, and let us suppose the second point is 3, 4. So we all know that the equation of a line is given by y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So in this case, first you have to find out the slope of the line, that is m. So m is given by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So here you put the values, that is, before putting the values you write down that this is x1 y1 for you and this is x2 y2 for you. I will tell you why we do this. Because when you put the values, y2 minus y1 becomes 4 minus 2 upon 3 minus 1. This becomes 2 upon 2 is equal to 1. Now, the mistake that is made by the students is that they interchange the points y minus y1. y1 should be the same as used here, y1 and x1. So you have to write y minus y1 means 2 is equal to mx minus x1. x1 has to be 1. The mistake that the students make is y minus 4 is equal to 1x minus 3. So this is wrong and this is right. That means you need to use x1, y1 same in both the cases. Now integration. Integration, you don't have to forget to write constant of integration. See, suppose I have to write the integration of 2x dx. So what the students do, they will simply write the integration as x square, and then it is a must to write the constant of integration because this represents the different members of the same family of curves. Therefore, this is very, very important to write the constant of integration whenever you are solving the indefinite integrals questions. Then, another common mistake that is made in inverse trigonometry, that is, suppose you are asked tan inverse x. So what I have seen that students are writing it as 1 upon tan x. Children, do not make this mistake. These are not numbers that inverse means the reciprocal of the numbers. These two are totally different functions. That is, tan inverse x is a different function and 1 upon tan x, that is tan x, is a different function. Now for linear programming problems, whenever a word problem is given to you, you are all able to form the equation of the objective function which you represent by z. That is, suppose I am just taking an example, like suppose this is 3x plus 4y. Then the equations of the given constraints, like maybe the first equation can be 2x plus y is less than equal to 12, or x plus 2y is greater than equal to 15. So here you leave the equations, but most of the students forget to write the non-negative constraints, that is x is greater than equal to 0 and y is greater than equal to 0. So do not forget to write the non-negative constraints. Now children, in the last I would say, don't get confused in the formulas of differentiation and integration, because this is one of the most common mistakes that you merge the formulas of differentiation and integration. So keep your fingers crossed, solve the sample papers, do all the previous year question papers, do well.